Welcome back. Today, the U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments on a Kentucky case related to abortion. Now, that law restricts a doctor's ability to use certain treatments for second trimester abortions. Lower courts found the law unconstitutional. The justices aren't tackling Roe versus Wade directly just yet, but they will decide whether the Attorney General of a state can overrule a decision made by a governor. Now, in many states, governors and attorney generals are not of the same political party, which in the case of Kentucky has led to a clash on abortion rights. And this comes as the High Court deals with abortion on other fronts, with Republican-led states pushing to limit reproductive rights. On September 1st, the court allowed a Texas abortion law to take effect pending appeal. In December, the justices hear arguments in a Mississippi case asking the court to overrule Roe versus Wade.
A dozen states have laws on the books that make abortion inaccessible. A few states stand out for their aggressive stance against abortion. States in light blue, well, they passed restrictive laws this year. States in dark blue passed laws protecting right to choose. Idaho, Texas, Oklahoma, and South Carolina have laws that ban abortion when cardiac tissue first starts to grow. That's well before most women even know they're pregnant. Arkansas, it's passed 10 restrictive bills this year. They include a near total ban on abortion, restrictions on access to medicine, and laws that target providers. These restrictions push access and care completely out of the reach for women in these states. But a little-known option called mail-order abortion is providing hope for women who live in these restrictive states. Only 13% of Americans have heard of Plan C. It's a website providing information on mail-order medicine services. For example, Texans can visit Aid Access, a website that provides pills for $100 or less to induce an abortion at home. But is this a safe option for women? Or are we back to the days of women using coat hangers out of desperation? Joining me now is Imani Wilson-Shabazz. She's a partnership manager at Plan C. Imani, why is your organization finding such fertile ground for its work right now?
So I think right now we are in an interesting place where COVID has opened up a lot of really interesting options for telemedicine health, and specifically telemedicine abortions. So at the height of the pandemic, the government said that, we have the green light to go ahead and use telemedicine services to offer abortion services. So a lot of really cool organizations started to capitalize on this and offer up telemedicine abortion services to their constituents. And so that's kind of why mail order abortion pills by mail, has gotten really popular right now, and why it's kind of up and coming in its awareness to the public.
So Plan A would be family planning and contraceptive. Plan B is effectively the morning after pill. What is Plan C?
So Plan C is our shorthand for abortion pills. So it is essentially a combination of two medications, mifepristone and misoprostol, that when taken together can induce a miscarriage. And it has been proven to be safe for use up to 11 weeks into a pregnancy. And so that is what we refer to as Plan C. So kind of in the way that emergency contraception got known worldwide as Plan B, we're hoping that abortion pills or medication abortion gets to be known as like a household name by Plan C.
And so it is, as you said, a medical option, a healthcare option in the first trimester. How safe is it to use at home?
Right. So medication abortion has been approved by the FDA since 2000, and it has been proven over decades to be incredibly safe. In fact, it's even been shown to be safer than Tylenol, which everybody already uses at home, and it is immensely safer than giving birth. And so a lot of people kind of have a fear when it comes to managing something that they seem to think is really big at home. But you can also get medication abortion in clinics. And essentially, what happens when you go that option is that you go into the clinic, they give you the first medication, which is mifepristone, in the clinic, and then they send you home with the second set of pills, and you do it at home anyway. So essentially, you're already doing this at home, even if you go the in-clinic route. So we at Plan C just thought that it could be a lot more efficient and break down a lot more barriers to access if you could just do the whole process at home.
There are risks, though, right? Because you mentioned compared to Tylenol. I mean, Tylenol is something you take orally. Plan C is not a pill that you can just swallow and everything goes away. So help us understand a little bit more about the health risks and the health care behind this option.
Right. So the way that it works is the first pill, mifepristone, you actually do just swallow orally. And then the second pill, which is misoprostol, you can either put into your mouth and just let it dissolve, or it can be also used vaginally and dissolved that way. And so it is completely safe. The whole process takes about 24 to 48 hours, and it will essentially, the mifepristone stops the pregnancy hormones, and the misoprostol induces contractions. And so it is safe. The risks that I think most people refer to when speaking about medication abortion isn't necessarily the medical risks, because it has been shown to be safe and effective. It's up to 95 to 98% effective, and it's essentially the same process as going through a natural miscarriage. In fact, the same medication, misoprostol, is also used in cases of natural miscarriage. So I think most people are more so worried about getting in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Imani, it does, we hear the word abortion and it does sound very scary, and the idea of inducing one at home, it is important, and I should underscore this for all of our viewers who are listening, that to consult with your own medical provider and to only use this medicine under the guidance or with the guidance and support of a medical professional. Is that part of what Plan C offers? Is that the connection with medical counseling?
Yes, so if you were to visit our website, you would see that we have a drop-down menu of how and where people are accessing pills in your specific state. So whether that is with a clinician or via aid access, a lot of those options have clinician support. So you fill out a questionnaire. You can even speak to like a doctor in some cases that will walk you through the instructions and the steps, and then send you the pills. And then if you are just using an online pharmacy to order pills, we also have resources on our website, like the Miscarriage and Abortion Hotline, which is a 24-hour hotline of medical professionals to answer any questions you may have or any concerns that pop up during your process. And on that site, we also have legal support if people have questions about whether or not they may or may not get in trouble for doing this. But we at Plan C don't think that anybody self-managing their care at home is doing anything wrong.
And that is where the question is now, right? What are the legal challenges that women are facing as they try to solve their own health care needs? Imani Wilson-Shabazz, she's a partnership manager at Plan C. Thank you for joining us tonight.